everybody, it's Diana. Let's take a look at what energy we are working with on Saturday, December 11th. Oh my goodness. Okay. We have 8 of Swords. Over here we have a female figure who is blindfolded, loosely tied, and standing in the middle of 8 different swords. Usually people freak out the first time they look at this card. It looks scary, it looks like entrapment, she looks like a kidnap victim. That's what some of my clients have told me. But if you look at carefully, there's nobody guarding her. We presume she can easily just walk outside because the swords are not held that closely together. So it makes you wonder if she is just sort of going along with it, or she's not willing to step out of her self-imposed confinement, I guess some would say. When I look at this card, very much there's a sense of obviously being trapped, because clearly we can see that she's trapped, but there's also some of you could be not necessarily physically trapped, but mentally trapped in a situation, or at least that's what you feel like. Maybe you feel like you have no options, like what can I do? I'm just stuck, because sometimes life hands us a couple lemons and we get in a bad situation, and it's more challenge to trying to get out than getting in those situations in the first place. And sometimes we feel very powerless, like we're just completely stuck. Why am I in this dead-end job, or why am I stuck in this crazy codependent relationship? Why am I stuck in my tiny small apartment in the middle of a COVID while my city is semi-shut down? I mean, these are just some examples of what some of you might be experiencing or going through. And astrologically, today has some challenge for Saturday. This is for Saturday, December 11th. There's some challenging aspects throughout the day as well. Maybe it's not the best time to get into a binding agreement. Maybe it's not a time to sign a legal contract, because you might get yourselves into a situation where it's hard to get out of. There's definitely some of that energy embedded in this card. There's also, this card also speaks to, sometimes we just feel very restricted by circumstances or situations that's completely beyond our control. We ask how did this happen? We don't know. Sometimes another situation is, some of us might just wake up one day and wonder, oh my gosh, how am I in this situation? How am I, fill in the blank of whatever circumstance or situation that you might feel. That's definitely an element of that kind of energy embedded in this card. And sometimes this card could just be about confusion, like we don't know. We can't see because we're blindfolded. We can't feel because we're tied up, and we can't go anywhere because our movements, restricted. So all in all, there's definitely some challenging energies that we're working with today. But when we see this card, do remember that we have choices. And I know some of you are probably thinking, oh my gosh, Diana, no, I don't have choices. You just spent the last couple of minutes telling me how I'm stuck and I don't have choices because it's situation beyond me. I'm trapped in a crazy circumstance that I don't know what to do about. Take a deep breath. Know that we do have choices. We do have the power. No matter how trapped you feel, you can find a way out of it if you believe it's possible. Situations are not always easy. There might be sacrifices that's needed, compromises. Maybe I should put it in the way of compromises that's needed to get yourself out of a horrible situation into a slightly better situation, and just to sort of try to wiggle yourself free, like you're wiggling yourself out of this loosely bounded rope that's around her. Baby steps. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm giving advice without even looking at the advice card. So let me take a look at that and see what the universe, what the universe is trying to tell us to help us get out of the situation. That card just really wanted to come out. This one. So we got two cards. The first one is blessed. And the second one is a change in the wind, which I'm sure is a very welcoming card to see, especially given what we're changing from. I am so glad to see the two advice card that's going along with the energy of the day. So when I see the card blessed, I immediately think of Moses and the ability to just part the Red Sea, and how everything is sort of just happening right in front of our eyes. And as I'm looking at this card closely, do you see it's literally water? I'm noticing that as I'm talking about Moses parting the Red Sea, and I think the word says it all. It's very much about divine help coming your way. The energy is flowing in your favor. All the supernatural energy is on our side, and I think this is a very welcoming card. That there's a lot of happy energy. There's stars around this. I think it's a angel or fairy with wings. So instead of parting the Red Sea, she could literally be carrying us out of the situation into safer grounds, into better places, just into all over happier places, happier changes. And then this card about a change in the wind, again, speaks to the change that's happening. The wind, the tides shifting, the winds blowing different direction. I think it's our human nature to both want change and then resist it as the change is happening. I know there's times where some of us might be in a bad situation and then we see an option to get out of it, but we're either too scared or too embarrassed or too stuck in our current situation mentally and physically to see that we have an option to get out of the situation. And I just feel inclined to say that when you're in a bad situation and if someone is extending an olive branch to you, offering you help, and if it feels right, and if that person feels genuine, feels like they are an honest person who's helping you, not with bad intentions. And I think no matter how difficult it is, maybe, weigh your pros and cons and to see if it will help you to get to a better situation by accepting the help. Looking at the potential bad situation some of you might be in, I'm wondering why you're not jumping up and down when this opportunity is being presented to you. And obviously, this is a very generalized interpretation, so I can't see your individual cards or your astrological signs. I'm not sure what's exactly going on in your personal situation. Again, this probably doesn't apply to everybody who's watching this, because I always say energy is fluid and life ebb and flow, and we all have different options, and with each action we take, the results change. Just know that you're are things about to get better, and you do have options. When you see options where that escape or that alternative route that you can take, when you see that cross in the road, knowing that you can go left or straight or right or any other direction that's presented to you, take some time and instead of just saying, no, I don't want your help, no, I can't take this because of XYZ, maybe take some time and evaluate, like, make a list. If I do this, this is the worst case scenario, this is what could happen, this is the best case scenario, and then just weigh your options and make decisions from there. Don't just automatically shut out whoever is offering the help. So if that option is being presented to you, I was going to say sleep on it or think about it or evaluate it. Talk to somebody you trust, whether it's your family, whether it's good childhood friends, whether it's, a significant other, somebody from work that you trust. Talk to someone if you can't make up the mind on your own, and then just go from there. And that's the energy I see for us for today. I just want to thank you so much for joining in my journey and watching this video. And I want to wish everybody best of luck in navigating life, navigating today's energy. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.